Hey, hi guys. I'm not sure whether my camera is clear. Sorry about that. Okay, so today's topic is very interesting because it came up yesterday when I was at IQI Global, and I was talking to Kashif, to Narit, and to Nabil, because they're a property investment company, and we were talking about how to handle rejections. Because if you're in sales or if you're in business, it means that you're in sales. Hey, hi, Even. And if you're doing sales, you have to know how to handle sales rejection. So just basically people rejecting you. This is not something that is easy, especially if you're new. You will you'll feel very down when people say no, cannot, or like no, I don't want to see, or they don't respond to you. That's a form of rejection. When people don't pick up your call, when people don't reply your message, when people basically say no to your face, all of that is rejection. So how do you handle rejections? So that's the topic today, and I cannot wait because when it came out yesterday, it was like something inside of me lit up because I told the crowd yesterday that rejection is my middle name. It is. I mean, you'd see that my face, I'm so happy and doing sales. But actually, if you're in sales, it is an expected thing. You have to understand that if you're doing sales or if you're doing business, that you will get a lot of no's. And that is part of the deal. That is part of the equation. And it's fine, okay? But how to get to that mindset that it is okay for people to say no to you? It took me years to understand and not to take it personally. Okay, the first thing, because there's 7 steps that I use personally, and I want to share this with you guys today, right? Okay, so the first thing is superstar salespeople actually expect rejection. Yes, we expect rejection and we don't take it personally. How I term this as, like, previously when I first did sales and then people said no to me, and I'm like, oh, I took it so personally, like, well, how can you say no? But I have such a good deal. It will save you money, it will save you heartache. It is a solution that everyone needs. But then I forget that everyone has their own idea of what their solution is, and maybe it's probably not no to you personally. It's just maybe not no to the solution that you have, or to the brand that you carry, or to the company that you're with. That's it. It's nothing personal. So do not take it personally and expect a no. So that took me some time to get over. And then when you get a no, some people do, oh, thanks, wasted my time. That's not how you should handle that. How you should handle that is when they say, oh, I'm sorry, we're currently like going with this company that's doing this. Like, for example, if you're a website development company and then you're like chasing after this big client, and then they say, oh, I'm sorry, but we're having talks with this vendor, probably gonna go to him. It's fine. Just tell them, yes, like about like 90% of our current customers actually went with our competitors. However, over the few years, they actually moved over to us. And I'll show you the testimonials from them, or I show you reasons why they moved with us. Huh? Powerful, right? Because now you're not negating what they say. They think that your competitors are good. You're saying, yes, everybody's going there. But hey, look, why are people coming here to me? That's a better way than arguing with your customers like, no, cannot, they're really bad, da 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 da. Because when you're slamming your competitors down, you will look cheaper and like worse than them. You cannot slam your competitors, okay? If you're doing, especially when you're doing sales, because word spreads around. If you talk bad about other companies, people will know, and it doesn't give a good vibe, okay? So do not do that. Instead, give people reasons why and more benefits of why people are moving on to you over the years. Huh? Okay, so always prepare. So number 1 is expect rejection and do not take it personally. Number 2, I repeat, is prepare for a no, but prepare and to deliver a good response if you get that no. Okay, and then number 3 is you have to remember to reward the effort. Because most people say, oh my god, I don't have any sales this month I'm die lah, like cannot meet the sales target. Like you slam yourself so hard, even though you made like maybe 50 calls a day, but nobody's biting. It's okay. It's fine. It happens. It's sales. Okay. So just understand that you have to also reward the effort that you put in, because you have to take care of your psyche. Because in sales, it's all about energy and psyche. If you're down in the dumps, nobody will want to do business with you, because you're meeting people with no energy. You're like, yeah, got a really good deal for you, compared to, hey, I got a really awesome deal for you. That's so different. The energy that you bring, even on the phone or online, is completely different. So you got to make sure that you reward the effort that you put in. As long as you do the effort, you make the calls every single day without fail, you'll be fine. Like, you reward the effort that you put in making that call. Okay, it's not about the numbers of no's, but it's the number that you call to get a yes. Really not about the yeses, but the effort that you take. Okay, that's number 3. Number 4 is you have to create a lot of opportunity for yourself. Okay. Oh, well, Brian Tracy said it better actually. He said that always have more people to see than you actually have time to see them. Because the thing is, when you're doing sales, what you're essentially doing is you have to build a pipeline. Okay, you have to like build a pipeline where there's a constant stream of water. It's like, just imagine if you're like back in the olden days where, you know, your house, and then you need water, you go to the well and then you get water to do whatever in there, and then when the water finished, then you go back to the well. But nowadays what we have is we have the piping system. Whenever we want water, we don't go to the well. There's no well. We just turn on the tap and there's always going to be water. Okay, so that's what you need to do when you are doing sales. You have to prepare that pipeline. And yes, you know, if you have like, you know, a lot of numbers or a lot of leads online, and you may not be able to cater to everyone at the same time, you don't have that capacity, you don't have that like, well, you don't have it right now, it's fine. The most important thing is to fill up your list, to fill up your subscribers list, or to fill up your leads list, or your contact list with as many numbers as possible, because these people may not buy from you right now, but they might be a customer in the future if you've maintained and nurture that relationship, because sales is about having a good relationship. Okay. And personally, I mean, previously I always like tried to like fill up my list myself. That takes a lot of time. So yesterday I did a presentation. I showed people how to buy more time with other people's, buy more time for yourself by buying other people's time and automating certain parts of your sales processes that you could achieve more. Okay, that's a bit later. I'll explain that later. Okay, so number 5 is you have to be mission minded. What I mean by that is you have to put yourself in the shoes of your customers, because sometimes when we meet people, we know that they're salespeople, and then the way they come at us is like, hey, you should buy from me because da 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 da, and then we get like a bit overwhelmed, like, I know this deal is good, but you're not jiving. I'm not jiving with your vibe. Whereas as we meet somebody, for example, an insurance agent, and the first thing that they tell us, they ask us, like, okay, what are your needs? What is your budget? Let's figure out whether we match, and whether, you know, you can have a plan that suits your budget, but at the same time care for your family. And if I can get, it cheaper for you, let's do that. Because one thing is that people don't understand is they're always going for the quick kill, the quick sale, the quick buck. Okay? Sales is a long-term game. It's not about like, now give you the sale and then like goodbye. No. If you can nurture that relationship in the beginning, maybe initially they cannot afford to maybe buy a lot from you. They can't buy the premium plan. They can't buy like whatever like premiumness that you have, but they start with a small bite first because they want to taste you. They want to try you. Okay. But once you give them like really good service, you show them that you are more and above and beyond the price value. You give them more, you have added value, you care for them genuinely as a friend, as a customer, you nurture that relationship. they will come back to you, and they will come back with friends and family because they're gonna keep saying that, oh my god, I have this amazing person, she's not like the rest, he's not like the rest, you gotta go there, or let me like connect you guys. I have had this happen to me like so many times, okay, so many times over the years, because if you really care about somebody as a person, they can feel that, okay, and when they can feel that, they want, like, how like some people always say, can you refer me to your friends and family? And then some people just like, oh man, I don't want to be that person who gives the number away to like a lot of people. Yeah. But if you do this right, they will give your number without you asking, okay? If you do it right. Okay. And then number 6 is work in a team. And this is what I love, and I think a lot of people who is in sales cannot get. Like, for example, in the previous company that I work with, what we do is we're a sales team of 4, and then sometimes when we get a lead and that lead has clear preferences, okay, if you're a salesperson, you must get this. And if you're going into sales, you must understand this key concept, because the thing is, you will not be everyone's cup of tea. And that's okay. But your friend might be, okay? So what I normally do is, I work with beautiful people. I'm really blessed that, I usually work with like extremely talented people or beautiful people. So what we do is we play off each other's strengths, okay? So if I'm good at something, I'm good at like building relationship, like being nice and everything, like talking, because I'm very kakak, very much like that. So I do that. But if that person requires like somebody with more aesthetic values, like for example, I had like colleagues who are like drop dead gorgeous, like model level. Janat, if you're watching this, it's you. Jay as well, because Jay's beautiful. Okay. So I would pitch them and stuff. It's like, hey, I think this person wanna like, is better suited for you. And it's fine, because the thing is, what happens is we're winning as a team. I might not get the sale, I might not get the commission, it's fine, because we're doing it for the long term and as a team, okay? It's not like for the short term gains. So I would like pass the contact on to my colleague who's like more beautiful or more smart or can do a certain function better than me, and I know that and they know that. So I will like forward the contact over to them, because I just want that person or the lead that I have to be well taken care of in the way that they prefer. Be it like if they want a gorgeous man to handle them, or a beautiful woman, or somebody who can speak Malay because it's a government-led entity, whatever it is, I'll make it happen. Okay? And that is being a key team player is all about. Winning for the team. And when you have that, you will win more sales together and you will be more dynamic, because then when you do that, there's a certain goodwill that your team members will also like come in and say, you know what, take this. Like, my team leader Harshan does that a lot last time as well. Like, Dini, I think this is for you, you take it, you go for it. And it works because we're gonna like, be exchanging contact numbers, because the thing is, we're trying to win for the company and for the team. It works. It really works. So we play off each other's strengths. And if you're working alone, you're doing the business alone, don't worry. You can still have a virtual team where like if somebody's better at doing something or a function better than you, play to their strengths. You don't have to do every single thing alone. Like today, like yesterday actually my website went live, but today it really went live. And it was built by Even. You guys know Even, right? Like hero. Yeah. So because he is so much faster at building that than me. Yeah. And I am okay with saying that, because the thing is, I have other key strengths that I can play off. Okay? So play to your team's strengths. Work in a team. And then number 7, the final step is, this is like really key. And I think only like, I think even if I share this with you guys, only 2% of you might get what I mean. But I really hope there's more than that. Okay, so step 7 is that you have to know and understand in your heart that you will succeed well ahead of the time before you actually succeed. Okay? Because the thing is, when you get no, a lot of the things that going on in your head is like, oh my god, I'm a failure, I can't do this. Like, there's a lot of negativity, and it's not just from you, maybe from some other people's like, oh, she can't do it, like, you know, they can't do it, like, you can do it. Like, I have gotten like a lot of that over the years, and the only way for you to hijack that is to understand and believe that you are successful way ahead of time before you see the success happening. Okay, this is really, really key. And I would say amongst all of the tips that I give you in handling rejection, this is the most important one. Because you will like go through days where it's like a drought season, we call it a drought season, where there's no sale, there's no like contact, there's nothing, like no responses, and people are like off. But it's okay. And that drought season might last like, you know, a long time. But never let it get to you. You have to accept and understand full well that if you do whatever that you set out to do, like, you know, get the contacts, like fill up your list, contact people, don't take no for an answer, like don't take it personally, deliver a good response, everything that I told you earlier, you have to understand inside that you will get there. It's just a matter of time. The time will pass and you will get there. Okay, just believe in that. Keep on keeping on. Okay, all right. So oh yeah, and so my